Hi, thank you very much for your interest in Mini ERP, and I am Parag here from Digilysi Tech Engineering Private Limited. So I'm going to take you through Mini ERP features and benefits and how innovatively we have done and to cater to SME manufacturing setup especially, so that we would like to say we are a customized software which we build it, and I'll just explain one by one by taking you through this PPT. So we chosen to record this video for you so that I wanted to stress certain points in this PPT so that it will be helpful for you to understand in a deeper perspective, so that you might want to take a decision in a after knowing all the features and benefits which is going to help you in this case. Okay. So having said that, now I'm going to take you to the PPT right away. So let's go through the PPT now. Okay, welcome back. And now I'm going to take you through the mini ERP, the features and benefits, and a little bit of a research. Now let me just, what is that is in store for you to know about mini ERP, right? So the part one is about a little bit of a research which we have done, and this research is based on our hundreds and hundreds of interaction with the business owners, SME sector, specifically from the manufacturing people sector, and little bit of a research post COVID. There are a lot of things are changing, right? So those things which we want to put it across to you so that you will understand the real the importance of current scenario, so that you can take that concrete decision for yourself for the business growth perspective. Okay. Now, second part is features of this particular software. What all features are there in this software, and commercials which we are going to disclose, and the last one, we have designed some uh, offers for you so that we want to take the advantage of it, and initially we want to give this offer only initial for 50 clients of ours, so that they will get the benefit out of it, and that's how this coverage will be done in this PPT. Okay, thank you. So now let's go to the next one. Okay, so as far as the research is concerned, I thought I'll just take you through what is the current scenario at this moment and how is it advantageous for you, so that once you understand, definitely you will be taking that concrete decision for yourself, for your business growth. Okay, now let me just make you understand that today you all are aware already that China is the manufacturing hub across the world, and if you look at this percentage wise, 60% of the banded material comes from China. Okay, and manufacturing of AC 80%, and mobile 70% of the manufacturing happens. Shoes 60%, solar 75%, toys 75%, coal 50%, steel 50%. Okay, so that's the maximum pie where the China is having now because of this post-COVID thing. The most of the MNCs are actually looking out of China and they want to invest the country. And the interesting part is, as I said, India is their preferred destination. Now, almost thousands of companies are already thinking and discussing, and India also really reciprocating in a fast pace so that things can move. Okay. Now, if you look at this, what is the opportunity for India at this moment? Now, it is a $20 billion opportunity at this moment. That means right from the beginning, now from today, now things are changing, and many companies already initiated their try coming to India, and within these 5 years, okay, down the line, it is going to go up to 193 billions. It is definitely, as a manufacturer, you should be knowing this. And FDI, right? So foreign direct investment is actually is increased from $87 billion to 175 billion. That means more and more MNCs will. It's like an open door for the MNCs to come and invest in India. And top MNC prefer India. We all know it, right? And COVID is a added advantage. As I mentioned, the COVID, this pandemic is becoming a real advantage for India. So we need to. There is a dire need for us to understand immediate basis and take certain actions for ourselves so that we can go into the next level. So now let's come back. Now, China, we know it. Now, why they are masters? These are the reasons. Now, if you look at this slide, China volume game is a big strategy for them. It doesn't mean that they are producing the low quality. It's not the case. It's a myth actually. Okay, so as I mentioned, the 60% of the branded material is manufactured in China. Okay, so that's not the case. Now it's actually a myth, or we don't know that clarity. So here, if you look at it, why they are number one when it comes to manufacturing, look at this. They are more productive with tools and techniques, whatever available for them. So you must have seen so many things, right? And people are productive here. That means the skill of these people is 100 times better than in our India. So, and more automations, yes, they have done lots of automations instead of sparing a lot of time when it comes to productivity and skill development. They have given enough importance for the skill development. That is how they stand first across the world. Now, if you look at this India, right, especially I want to focus on the SME sector here, so that because we have interacted lots, because we have interacted lot with the SME sector. That's how this is our understanding. Today we are prepared, but not to the extent of the kind of a opportunity that is coming. Are we in a position to absorb it? If you ask this question, most of the experts, they say we are not ready for it. Why? There are so many reasons are there, but what I covered in this related to what I really want to propose as a mini ERP. In that context, I'm just covering these points. Okay, look at this human dependency. Now, SME sector, if you go, and unless owner goes in the morning, things will not move. And the owner is also dependent on each individuals unless he gets the information from each individual, and a lot of dependency is there. Okay, that is where human dependency, and because of this, now there is a growth point of view, and a lot of things are there which is getting stuck there. Cost leakage is 4M. So man, machine, material, and method, right? I'm going to cover that in the 4M. Cost leakage is actually happening. Today, he is not tracking it. And most of the time, Excel based work is happening, and a lot of redundant work is happening on the Excel sheet, and a lot of time also is going in Excel sheet. And I would I would like to say, like, at least 14 to 15% of non-productive activity is happening in the industry as of now, because they'll be working on Excel sheet for when the meetings are there. Now people are running around to grab the data wherever it is possible, and whatever they present, sometimes business owner also knows that is not the realistic one. Okay, now there is a lot to cover, which I'm going to cover in this 4M. That's where our mini ERP comes into picture. Now focus on day-to-day basis. Now SME sector people, the owner is every day focusing on day-to-day issues. So that's one reason, and no time to scale up the business. So when his interest is going everywhere, the everyday issues. So where is the question of taking the time for himself to go to the market, so that the business can be, new clients can be, brought in, so that the business can grow. So there is no time for him. So to scale the business, this is where SME sector in a core, in a nutshell. There are a lot other points are there, but I'm just trying to give you this as a bird's eye view. Because of this, SME sector is where they are. And recently, when Tata Motors stopped, the plant in Pune, right? What happened? The dependent, all the vendors, they were literally struggling like anything. Why? Because they were only dependent on only one company, and that is the moment they started thinking, how can they expand themselves, and started moving to look for the different clients. So instead of really waiting for that things to happen, it is always better for us to take that concrete decision in advance, by thinking that this is the possibility which is going to come, so that I need to be prepared. So in that context, whatever I'm going to share in the next slide, it is about you, for what is the importance of having mini ERP. Now we know that ERP is very expensive when it comes to SME sector, and keeping that in mind, we thought, now what is that we can offer. That's where now we came to the point that when a SME runs, okay, so basically these are the four things when it comes to manufacturing, right? Man, machine, material, and method. These are the four things which will be which everything is dependent on when it comes to start to end delivery. So now what is that and small and firm step towards your growth is when you have control on all these four things, then we would like to say that up to 30% of your operational expenses and the productivity of your resources and non-redundant activities will be reduced drastically, so that you will get a lot of time for yourself to think in terms of business growth. Okay. Now, when I say, let me just take you through what all the features are there and in this particular forum, so that it will be clear to you. Okay. Now I'll just read through once again, and wherever some points are very, very important, that time I'm going to stress it out. So look at this now. 4M material management module is there. Now vendor management, in this vendor management, item shape, size and individual characteristic management, and vendor PO management, and item inward and issues and stock management. Under sales and distribution module, customer and their product management, products multi-level BOM and BOM manufacturing material requirement, process management, and customer inquiry and quotation management, sales order management, work order tracking management, material requirement planning, customer specific manufacturing, process and cost definition. These are the features which is in these modules, all these things are covered. Now when it comes to um, okay. Okay, in this slide, which I want to just make you understand that what is the market trend right now, which is awaiting for the people to come with this kind of a something new. Okay, now system in place is going to be upper edge. What it means is even OEMs and with these companies are looking at the tier 1 and tier 2 companies, how robust system they have built, and it is going to be one of the decisive moment for them when it comes to giving the order to any company. So it is always better to have a system in place, okay, so that for you also your life will be easy. At the same time, customer will also be very happy to know you have a system that's going to be upper edge for you. And when it comes to audit, now I don't have to explain here. When it comes to audit, we run around for the data, and lot of things happen, and imagine how much time is going there. Okay, most of the time people spend almost, the real resourceful, very experienced people will spend months together to make this data ready, and so that it can be given. So in this case, seamless audit can happen when you are using this mini ERP, and access reports online. So now every time meeting is there, people are spending so much of time to collect their data every time and to present it to the management. So much of a time is going, almost 15 to 20% of their time is going. What I'm sharing is my interaction with the business heads and the managers. They say that almost 15 to 20% of their time goes in here for preparing the report, and sometimes business owner also knows that the report whatever is presented, sometimes it's not realistic also. So what is the solution here? So using this software, what we are going to explain is going to really help you, and build confidence in customers. Now what happens now, once the order is coming to you, and when you are keeping track of everything, and they want to know the status of every moment, whenever they really want to know the status, it should be accessible to them. Then it creates a real great feeling when it comes to interacting with you and taking the stock of the situation for the customer. So if you have a system in place, that is going to really help them. Okay, now this is the trend which is happening right now. That means if you have a system in place, all these things will be taken care, so that your life will be easier, and at the same time any new client is looking into it, that's going to be, you are having a upper edge when it comes to getting the new clients in this case. Okay. Okay. Now, another point which I wanted to share here, as far as the features is concerned, 4M solution is nothing but like subcontracting management. Now, specific subcontract vendors, subcontract process and cost configuration, outward, inward, subcontract register and tracking at customer and work order level, plant level data management. Okay. Now, shift management, weekly off, holidays, holiday management, process wise, department wise, equipment and employee data management, and process wise, storage location management, employee and equipment resource management. the quality check management module. Okay. Now QC of inward material and rejection and stock handling, QC of individual manufacturing process and integration with rejection management, and manufacturing and quality specific parameters and tolerance definition and configuration tracking. Okay, I think it's fairly straightforward. I don't have to explain something here. Another module, rejection management system. So vendor rejection, manufacturing rejection, and customer rejections. All the data needs to be there. That is going to really help you for taking the concrete decisions, as you know, right? Document management, as I already mentioned, document sometimes when it goes to different change management happens, right? Design changes happens. Now every change, whatever you do, there should be a track of each document so that the traceability will be much easier. Now what happens after 2-3 years or after 10 years also, your customer might come back to you saying that, no, what are the changes which we have done? At that moment, if you have that data, using this software, you will have that all that data so that you don't have to run around for the data where it is, right? So sounds great to you? So this is what all purchases and sales transactions level document, all these things is there uh, in this, and reports, right? Customer order tracking, vendor order tracking, subcontracting process tracking, and employee and equipment utilization tracking, pre-dispatch inspection report, and delivery challenge, and invoice printing, right? So you, all these things, when it comes to report, probably you might want to design some report the way you want to see. So we are here to design that custom made dashboard for you in this case when it comes to report. Okay, so 4M again, it's actually what we would like to say is it's a end-to-end business manufacturing process tracking. So when I say, so procurement to pay, order to cash, cash to order, and material management. Okay, so organization function wise terms and condition management. That means payment terms are there, delivery terms are there, subcontracting terms and employee terms, etc. All those terms and conditions, whatever management is required, that is also supported here. Okay. Now, when it comes to technical aspects, right? I think I thought I'll just share this also. It's a web-based solution with SQL Server database at the backend, and completely customized solution. Now, I want to share something very important here. We are not coming to you with a standard software product so that we can install and come back. Okay. Now, what we do, we have this software. Okay. This might be 100% utilized by you, or you might say 10% additional things which you want along with this software. So that's where we call it as we build a customized software solution for you. Okay. Now we will come to you, we will understand the gap. If there is a gap, then that comes under the customization, and otherwise whatever the solution 4M solution is there, that will be directly implemented into your organization. So this is one point which is important point. As a Digilysi point of view, we want to highlight it because we give customized software for you. Whatever you want, we build it for you on top of whatever we have already. I hope I'm making my point very clear here. And multi-tenant and multi-plant level data support. So there are companies, so they have different plants. Now, can you really integrate it with capture this data, and so that the dashboard multi-level plants data can be seen? Answer is yes, this supports. And tenant and plant level data and role access support, right? So roles, different roles based on roles and responsibility, right? So you want to see the data, and sometimes some confidential things probably you don't want your even managers to know also, right, when it comes to higher management. So those are the things which will be taken care. And various user-friendly configuration reports like customer filters. So using the filters, you can just check the reports, and custom selective columns support multiple output formats and email notifications. So email notification is also taken care when it comes to communication of these reports to various stakeholders of the project. Okay, coming back to the commercials, we say like it's a cloud-based solution which we are offering to you, and per month it's going to be 10,000 rupees plus taxes for all the modules. Okay, now we have come up with another innovative solution for you because of the post-COVID. So people may have a cash crunch or the fund crunch in this case, but still they really want to implement the system, right? So now there is no other go if you don't implement a system in place. So you are actually stopping your own growth at this moment because the industry needs the system in place. So I think everybody, this is our research and understanding. 90% of the people, they want to go for a system only because of the cost factor. They are getting stuck. Now this is where we came more innovative to offer it to you, so that we further reduce the cost. It's going to be 3,500 per month. So why we say this is for only one module. So there are 4 M's, right? Man, machine, material, and method. So in this case, only one thing which we will implement for you. I'll just explain late in the next slide why we want to do this for you. Okay. Now this is going to be, once we give it, it is a 5-user license. That means only 5 users can use it, and the implementation cost is going to be 40,000 rupees. And because at least 1 month our resource will be at your premises or on this project to make sure that everything is up and running for you. Now, as I said, now we are offering, right? Okay. So in this slide, what I want to highlight is it's a win-win situation for you and us. How? For you, it's a low risk for you as a company, 10,000 per month, or even only one module we want you to take through. Why? Because you can test efficiency, effectiveness in shortest period of time when you start with one module, and step-by-step implementation, employee acceptance. Now, why we designed it to one module level? Because if you go with the whole system to your company, there is a resistance from the middle management and the employees also. So it's always better to start with the smallest step. Let's either of 4M, probably you want to implement only material management, so that's the need of the hour, where the cost leakage, a lot of cost leakage is happening around this, right? So if you really want to implement only material management, now imagine lot of activities on this front is not that much, and the acceptance of the employee will be more here. In this case, there won't be much resistance because it's the smallest model which they can start operating. For you as an industry owner, so it is always better to go step by step rather than taking whole system into the organization, right? So that's where a slow transition can happen. Opportunity for us to give you confidence. Now, by doing this with a low cost, it is an opportunity for us to give you the confidence that we are doing better for you. We are giving value and quality product for you. And during this interaction, you will come to know what is the real value we are giving it to you. Okay. And in the process, we will identify the gaps to be identified and make it 100%. Now, what happens with this initiation, right? With this initiation, what we can understand is there is a lot of, when the more interaction happens, we will understand what are the gaps, so that those gaps will take it as a customization, and we will build it for you, so that as a 100% utilization can happen when it comes to software. And we would like to say, once you implement it, it will save up to 30% of your operational cost, and the productivity of your managers and the employees will go up. Okay, so this is where we want to really stress upon. Okay, now the last slide which I wanted to share now, the another along with the offer which we wanted you to make it a little more interesting. So if you book this mini ERP for yourself, right, within June 15th of coming month, and we are going to lay off 50% of the implementation cost. That is 40%, 40,000 will not be there. It is going to be only 20,000 implementation cost for you. I hope this makes sense to you, and just think through, and we would like to really know the demo date for us, so that we can come and give this demo. And there are 2 ways which can happen. So because of the COVID thing, most of the people may not prefer as physically meeting and giving the presentation. So we are open for both the things. We can give online demo also, and so that it will be easier for you to understand. And in case if any other questions and all that, we will definitely address. But how the process will happen, The process will anyway, once this is through, so we have to come to your plant to understand what is the gap analysis we want to do it. Then the next subsequent process will take it further. I hope I have made all the points very, very clear. And one more last point which I want to, this is about the 4M, right? The last point which I want to introduce now, industry is going 4.0. You all know it, right? So what is our readiness, right? IoT also comes into picture. Now we have this workflow management related to IoT solution also. Just this is an information for you, but at least you should start with 4M. And this is just, I'm giving a little bit of a heads up to you. This is also available for you. And when I say workflow management, it is IoT, completely 100% IoT solution. So look at this, all these modules, okay, policy and portal, communication, gate, pass, okay, everything is automized. And attendance, leave and holiday, vehicle in and out tracking, HR, payroll, and evaluation management, digital SOP, and e-learning. All these modules, whatever is there, okay. Now we are offering it for only 6,000 per month. So we will implement whole system to you so that you will use it in a 100% more power to you when it comes to controlling, right? So this is just for your information. Later stage we can discuss about it, and that's it what I wanted to share, and looking forward for your time so that we can come and give you demo. Thank you so much. I hope this information was really worth the your worth of your time, so that we can just meet you. See you soon. Thank you so much.